Hello and welcome back to my channel. You guys, today's video is going to be about a wig that I ordered. But before I show you guys what I have, I just want to give you an update on the subscribers. We're almost to 300. We're about three away from 300. I am pushing for that 1,000 subscriber goal, so let's keep pushing to meet that goal. If you haven't already and you do like my content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Also, you guys, the ones that have subscribed, make sure that you're turning on your notification bell so that you guys can be notified every single time that I upload a video. I know a lot of times that YouTube won't... YouTube has been messing up and they're not sending out the alerts. Just make sure that that bell is turned on. Now to get into why I'm making the video. So I did order a wig from Icy Hair. I just received it today. It didn't take too long to get to me. I mean, it is like, you know, coronavirus season. So it took about 7 days or whatever, but that's still pretty good. And this is the Princess series. So the hair, I'm just going to give you the specs on the hair. It did come in this package here. It did come FedEx. So it came in this little FedEx thing. Now this is Mongolian hair. It's supposed to be 250% density. Also, it is kinky curly hair. And it is a 13 by 4 wig. Well, actually, no, I take that back. 13 by 6 wig. And it's a 360 wig. No, it's not a 360 wig. What am I saying? It's not a 360 wig. It's just a frontal wig. Now, this doesn't look like it's 13 by 6. This looks more like it's 13 by 4. I'm going to show it to you. See, but I could be wrong. All right. And then now the wig, it's supposed to be 250% density. It looks more like 180%, but again, I could be wrong, but I've had 250%. And I usually like to get a wig, the curlier wigs with more density because they shed a lot and they do get thin over time. So I decided to up the density. It does come with 4 combs. I'm going to be removing the bottom comb out because it pulls my hair out at the bottom of my nape. But these are the 4 combs. If you can see that. The knots are not bleached. So I'm going to be bleaching these knots. Make sure that they're nicely bleached. The hairline is pre-plucked, but I still might go in and do some changes to that. And then also the lace. The lace was supposed to be lighter. I thought that's what I was ordering, but I'm going to, after I bleach the knots, use my Tailored Crowns tinting spray to go ahead and try and tint the lace. And I might even use some makeup as well if I have to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video showing you guys how I prep the wig, and then I'll do a separate video of the install. So this is what came in the wig box, you guys. Nice eyelashes. They're 3D eyelashes. We got an elastic band here, pretty long too. We also have a 2-piece wig cap. And then of course there's the pamphlet for the hair. So that's everything that came in the box. So that was Clairol Developer. And now I'm going to be using this Quick Blue. It's High Performance by L'Oreal. And I'm going to mix this up in order for me to tint the knots on this wig. I'm going to show you the consistency of it really quick here. So if you want to make it like pancake batter, so I'm going to start with 1 scoop. And then I'm just going to mix that up. So I need more developers, too thick. So I'm just mixing that up really, really well. Okay, so this is the consistency that I'm looking for. See that? Just make sure it's mixed up real good. So now we're going to go and bleach the knots. Now what you want to do is make sure that all these hairs are slicked back. Just make sure it's slicked back because you're going to be putting this on this inside out. bleaching the knots, you just dip it in your bleach, and then you want to do light strokes. So I'm just, let me try and get this closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. So you just kind of want to just, you know, nice little strokes or whatever. You don't want it to run down into the hair and actually tint the hair. You just want to tint the lace. And I did another video of me doing this on one of my other wigs a while back. I'll leave it in the description for those that want to see that video. And you guys just want to just barely press in there. You don't want to press too hard, and that's the reason why you need it thick, so it doesn't run out of the lace onto the actual hair. You only want to tint the knots. And this will get rid of those black dots that you guys see on your, if you wear front lace, then you'll know what I'm talking about. And what I do is I take it kind of down here. When you get to the front of the hairline, because the hairs are more thinner because the knots are tweezed, the hair is tweezed in the front, you want to do it extra soft because that tints very, very fast. So I usually tint that last because it tints very fast. So I'm just getting this all over here, and then I'll do the perimeter once I'm done getting the bleach on. And get it all over this one. And I don't over bleach them because that can make the hair shed, and because this is curly hair, it already sheds more than straight hair. So you don't want to over bleach the knots and have the hair shedding too much. We're getting like to the front, so you want to be extra careful when you're doing that. So, and I did put too much bleach and I made too much bleach, but it's okay. Okay, so now what you want to do is just very lightly. You want to be very, very light-handed when you're doing the front. Very, very light-handed. You don't want to go too hard and have the bleach see through. Sometimes it does. I think maybe it's using a spoon would be a little easier. Whatever your preference is. I usually do about 15 minutes. It just depends on how dark the lace, the hair is that you got, what color the knots are. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit, you guys, and then I'm gonna come back in about 15 minutes or so. All right, you guys, so I went ahead and bleached the knots, rinsed it out. I did use, I'm going to show you which shampoo I use. So I use this shampoo, it's Shimmer Lights. It just takes out all the brassiness from bleaching your knots, okay? And you want to rinse it in cold water. Now, after I did that, I went ahead and conditioned it as you guys saw. And then I went ahead and went in with my Taylor Crown. This is Taylor Crowns. So I went ahead and went in with Taylor Crowns. I did 3 layers. I just sprayed it and then let it dry, sprayed it, let it dry, and then sprayed it one more time. Now this helps to conceal the lace, helps to get it more of your color. And this is in the color Almond. And it's just a lace overlay spray. So I'll leave that in the description box as well for you guys. So now what I'm going to be doing, because this is dry, now I'm going to be just checking the hairline and styling the wig to see if I want to tweeze the hairline out a little bit. So I'm going to put this back the regular way. Okay guys, so now I did rinse out all of the bleach. Now what I'm going to do is condition the hair. I'm going to be using a little of a couple items. This is by Shea Moisture. It's called Manuka Honey and Mafora Oil. It's intensive hydration conditioner. And it does have fig abstract and, what is that? Baobab oil. So it looks like this. I use this on my natural hair too, and it works very well. Really hydrating. And since this is kinky curly hair with a high density, you want to make sure that it's moisturized. So I'm just going to brush this in, and I'll show you guys the next thing that I'm going to put in here. I'm just brushing this through. it's really pretty curl pattern too. And I know it gets bigger when it's wet, but we'll see. I'm going to use this Aussie Moist Deep Conditioning and let that sit for about 20 minutes or so. That's what it looks like. You can find this at Walmart. It's pretty cheap. You want to make sure that your curly hair is really conditioned. It'll tang better that way, especially texture like this. Let me add another clip just so that it's not moving. The hairline is pretty good right now. I'm looking at. So now what you want to do, since it's damp, I don't need to spray it with water. It's already damp. So you can get a visual of the hairline already. You guys can see that. Let me come in closer for you. So that's the hairline as is. It is pretty tweezed. I may not need to go back in. I did want to double check it, but it looks pretty darn good and I'm really impressed. Okay, going in. See that? No need to tweeze. They did an excellent job. So Icy Hair did an excellent job tweezing, so I don't have to do that. That's one step I don't need to take. So now what I'm going to do, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and prep the hair for installation, and I'm going to be showing you guys what I'm using. I already showed you the conditioners that I use to condition it. So now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to go ahead and grab my supply. So first I'm going to go in with the Nairobi foaming lotion, and I'm just going to put it throughout the hair, distribute it evenly, get the hair nice and soft. So I'm just going to add this in here. You want to just distribute it evenly throughout the hair and then brush it with the dimming brush. I like to put this at the top, but I'm running out, so I'm going to go ahead and switch off to my Lotta Body. I have Lotta Body foaming mousse that I'm going to be using. Works just as good. I'm going to distribute that throughout the hair. What I'm going to do is section it off just to make sure that I get it good. It's still damp, so I don't need to wet the hair. And then just pin that up. Do the bottom layer and then the top layer. Okay. I'm just going to put some in there. Get a generous amount. Kind of finger comb it throughout the hair. Now we want to brush it with the dimming brush. You guys can get this off of Amazon. If you want the link, I'll leave it in the description box for you guys. I got this a while back though. I'm sure they still have some. So what I'm doing, I'm just combing through the hair, distributing it evenly. Let me pull my camera back. If you guys could get like the length of it or whatever, I'll try my best. There we go. I got it from Walmart. It's called Coily Custard. And it's for curly hair. It has agave and coconut oil in it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there like this. And then I'm going to distribute that throughout the hair. So I'm just putting it throughout the hair. And then I'm going to go ahead and comb it. And this stuff smells good. Actually smells really good. So now we're going to do the top section. It's pretty easy, you guys. Self-explanatory. Same process. So I'm just going to go in with the Lotta Body foaming mousse. Put some on the top. Not too much because I already used the Nairobi foaming mousse. And then I'm going to brush that through. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a side part, middle part, or whatever. But right now, let's get this going. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and go in with the cluster, the curling cluster. Coily cluster. Custard, sorry. Same process. Distribute it throughout the hair. This dimming brush works so well on curly hair. A little, there we go, boom. I'm gonna put just a little bit of Bio Silk. I love this stuff. It just works so well on natural hair and on human hair wigs. I use it on all my straight wigs, but I just like to put just a little bit, especially at the top, throughout. Okay. Get that in there. All right, now we're gonna go in with styling. So let me see what we want to do. All right, so now we're gonna get into the styling part. Bring it up close. There we go. So I'm gonna be showing you guys, I think I'm gonna go with a side part. See how far over I want it. Not really sure. I might change it once I put it on. Mold down these little baby hairs. Okay, so it gives you quite a lot of parting space. Not too bad. So now we're going to do our baby hairs and molding. So what I'm going to use, I'm just going to use the wax stick that I already have. I usually use Care, but I don't have any more. And I can't find the other one that I just bought. So I'm just going to use this one that I got with another wig. And I'm just going to apply that to the top of the wig. I'm not going to hot comb it until after I install it. It's just a lot easier. There we go. Put that on there. And then we're going to just comb that through. There we go. All right, now I'm going to go in with my Nairobi foaming mousse and just apply that to the top. And then we're going to get into these baby hairs. Okay. I'm not going to do a whole lot of baby hairs, very minimal baby hairs. So let me just part out what I want to do. Let me show you guys what I'm doing here. Just going to part out a little bit. So glad I don't have to tweeze this wig, you guys. All right. Okay, I'm just going to pin this back for now. And now what I'm going to do, you can use an eyebrow cutter or shears if I can find them, because I don't feel like looking for it. Okay, so I can't find them, but I'm just going to use my scissors, guys. Not a big deal. So I'm just going to cut these down. I don't want them too long. I want like a more natural type of look. Just going to cut these down. You can go back in if they're still too long once you style it. Just cut those down a little bit. So just cut them down to your liking, guys. However you like them. I might end up fixing it once I put the wig on. Okay, now I'm just going to go in with my foaming mousse, my Nairobi foaming mousse. Just a little bit. Put it on the baby hairs. Lay them down. Kind of just see how you want to do it. So just play with them until you get it to your liking. And I might end up fixing them more once I put it on. I'm sure I will. All right, now I'm doing this other side here. Just mold that down. All right, a little bit more Nairobi. I'm gonna cut this. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit more, like right up in here. And then I'll do my sideburns once I put the wig on. All right, so I'm just gonna take this little piece here, not too much at all. Boom. Cut that. There we go. A little bit of Nairobi. Put that on there. And I'll just put that. I might end up cutting them shorter once I get the wig on. It's totally up to you, whatever you like. It's totally up to you. Right, almost done, guys. This is all the hair that came out as I was detangling, washing, and conditioning. So that's pretty good for kinky curly hair. It's not a lot. Pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and install this. This is part 1 to this video. If you guys would like to see part 2 to me installing this, then stay tuned and I will do a part 2. But this is the finished look on the head as of on the head. Boom. Part, hair, cute. Right? All right, guys. Stay tuned. I will be doing part 2 and I will see you guys in part 2.